Let's delve into the tale from the beginning. The homeless man's name was Jack Richardson, and life had dealt him a devastating blow that turned his world upside down in an instant. Once an ordinary man, now he found himself on the streets of Bristol, reduced to begging just to survive. Jack was one among many vagrant souls seeking solace in the city's parks, his days filled with desperation and his future bleak. Day after day, Jack would sit by bustling streets, his hand outstretched, hoping for the generosity of passersby. Some tossed coins his way, while others hurried past, indifferent to his plight or frustrated by the sight of yet another beggar in their path. It was a monotonous existence of survival, where each moment seemed to blend into the next without respite. Then one ordinary evening, fate intervened in an extraordinary way that would alter Jack's life forever. As he sat in his usual spot, a young woman named Toni Osborne passed by. Jack, in his customary manner, asked for help. But Tony's reaction was anything but ordinary. She didn't ignore him, nor did she approach with pity alone. Instead, she stopped in her tracks, tears welling up in her eyes. In a heart-wrenching confession, Toni shared her own struggles. She had recently lost her beloved dog. Her closest friend had moved away, leaving her alone with mounting debts and utilities cut off in her apartment. "Today is my birthday," she sobbed, her voice heavy with despair, "and I have no one." Jack's heart went out to her in that moment of shared vulnerability. Despite his own hardships, her tears moved him deeply. He couldn't bear to see her in such pain. "I decided to help her," Jack would later recall. With a quick glance around, he spotted something that might offer solace, a nearby flower bed. In a gesture of kindness and empathy, Jack plucked a flower and offered it to Toni. "Happy birthday," he said softly, hoping to bring a moment of brightness to her dark day. Toni, touched beyond words, accepted the flower with gratitude amidst her tears. As she turned to leave, Jack called out, pulling together all the change he had. "Wait," he urged gently, pressing a handful of coins into her hand. "It's not much, but please take this. You need it more than I do right now." Toni's tears flowed anew, overwhelmed by the unexpected compassion of a stranger who had nothing to give but still offered what little he had. From that moment, a bond began to form between them. Toni started visiting Jack regularly, not just for the coins he could spare, but for the conversations that became a lifeline for both of them. Their talks grew from casual exchanges to heartfelt confidences, each finding solace and understanding in the other's company. For Jack and Toni, these daily conversations became a source of strength, a respite from their respective struggles. In each other's presence, they found a rare and precious connection that transcended their differences in circumstance. Their friendship blossomed amidst the challenges of their lives, a testament to the enduring power of compassion and human connection. Thus began a chapter in both their lives that neither could have foreseen, a story of friendship born from shared hardships and nurtured by mutual understanding. Let's revisit their journey from the moment Jack shared his good news with Toni, marking a turning point in their lives. Jack had secured a job as a street magazine seller, a beacon of hope and stability after years of uncertainty. Toni rejoiced in her friend's success, always offering words of encouragement and unwavering belief in his potential for a brighter future. As time flowed by, Jack's life began to take shape anew. No longer reliant on begging, he earned a steady income from selling magazines. Yet, fate threw another unexpected curveball his way. The underground parking where he had found refuge for years closed its doors. Suddenly, Jack was without a place to sleep, facing the daunting prospect of homelessness once more. When Jack confided in Toni about his predicament, her response was immediate and heartfelt. She looked into his eyes with genuine concern and offered him shelter in her own apartment for the night. Toni saw beyond Jack's ragged appearance. She saw a kind heart and a friend who would become dear to her. "You can shower, wash your clothes, and rest here," she reassured him, preparing a warm, homemade dinner with her own hands. Grateful beyond words for Tony's kindness, Jack reciprocated by fixing things around her apartment that needed attention. He repaired a broken cabinet door, fixed the kitchen faucet, and added a wooden shelf to the wall, tasks that had been on Tony's to-do list for ages. Their days passed in a flurry of shared chores, laughter, TV shows, and evenings spent reading together. Tony marveled at how effortlessly they got along, as if Jack had always been a part of her home and her life. Moved by Tony's generosity and their growing bond, Jack found himself making a monumental decision. He realized that staying with Tony offered stability, companionship, and a sense of belonging he had long yearned for. In a heartfelt moment, Tony extended an invitation for Jack to stay as long as he needed. She laid out the practical reasons: proximity to his work, a roof over his head, and the comfort of not having to uproot his life to another city. "Only if you want," she added shyly, her eyes filled with hope. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Jack embraced Tony warmly. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice choked with emotion. "You've changed everything for me." And so, their lives intertwined even more deeply. In the months that followed, their friendship blossomed into a profound mutual affection. It became clear to both Jack and Tony that they were meant to be together. A year after moving in together, Jack knew it was time for the next significant step. He took Tony back to the spot where their journey began, where he had first offered her a flower on her birthday. With trembling hands, he pulled out a small ring, a symbol of his love and commitment. In a moment of pure joy and overwhelming emotion, Jack proposed to Tony. Tony's tears of happiness flowed freely as she whispered her heartfelt yes. They held each other tightly, surrounded by the warmth of their love and the applause of passersby who witnessed this beautiful declaration of commitment and unity. And so, from the depths of hardship and loneliness, Jack and Tony had found not only solace but profound happiness in each other's arms, a testament to the transformative power of compassion, friendship, and love. Their journey together had begun with a simple act of kindness and flourished into a love story that would inspire many. The bride and groom, despite their modest means, initially planned to marry without fanfare. Yet, fate seemed determined to bless their union. Word spread among Jack's regular magazine customers that he was getting married, a heartwarming revelation for those who had seen him on the streets, seeking alms for years. The news of Jack's upcoming wedding touched many, prompting residents of the city to share his extraordinary story. The community rallied around the young couple with unwavering support. Thanks to the generosity of strangers turned friends, Jack and Tony acquired wedding attire and orchestrated a beautiful celebration. The surplus funds allowed them to purchase essentials like a new bed and a small stove, replacing worn-out belongings. Additionally, they were able to procure glasses for the newlyweds, enhancing their new home together. The story serves as a poignant reminder that even the most downtrodden individuals can experience a dramatic turnaround when met with compassion and support. Tony and Jack found solace and strength in each other, never wavering in their commitment to stand by one another through thick and thin. Their bond, nurtured by mutual care and resilience, was rewarded by the unexpected kindness of strangers turned angels. Reflecting on their journey, Tony shared how she had often seen Jack on the city streets, but had avoided his gaze until his selfless act changed everything. Jack, recalling the moment he gave Tony all he had minus 70 cents, remarked confidently, "That was the best investment of my life." Their love story, sparked by a simple act of kindness, blossomed into a tale of hope, community, and enduring love, a testament to the transformative power of compassion and human connection.